This is not 21.
Yeah. 21. Yeah. 21. Yeah.
It is Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio. LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you here. Coming up top of next hour, a little over 10 minutes from now, we are going to catch up with our guy, Albert Breer. That'll be yours, a Thursday tradition here on the show. Speaking of Thursday traditions, it's time for another one. On Thursdays, we hand out awards here. And it's not an award for best game show ever played in the history of Fox Sports Radio, which I think Lorena just orchestrated with the blind rankings of breast sizes or bra sizes rather. But she did do that. We've got another one we're going to get to. It's our Express Pros Pro of the Week, and the Pro of the Week goes to
Hart. Couldn't drive past Fox, so he steps back for a right wing three, grazing the front rim. Batted by Bridges out to Brunson. His three-pointer is good from the far side wing. Brunson's heating up from three. He's made all three of his triples. It is crunch time again for the fifth time in 5 games in the finals. Brunson down the lane. Lefty layup ties the game. It's the first 40-point night in the finals in Knicks franchise history.
Knicks Radio Network on the call. That is your Express Pros Pro of the Week. It's Jalen Brunson. No surprise. He is your Express Pros Pro of the Week. And Express Pros, are you tired of endless job board searches? With Express Employment Professionals, one application connects you to multiple jobs, and job seekers never pay a fee. Get weekly pay, local support, and real opportunities. Visit expresspros.com today. That's expresspros.com. Lots of Knicks fans are making their way or already there for the parade, which is coming up later on. So if you're a big fan of BO and awful views and a waste of time, if those are your what you're looking for on a Thursday, I would recommend go to the Knicks parade because that's where you can have all of that stuff. I went to one championship parade. I don't get it. I just don't understand the appeal. It was in Pittsburgh after the 2016.
Then why'd you go to the
Stanley
one
Cup.
parade?
We just happened to be there for the U.S. Open, ironically. The U.S. Open was at Oakmont, and the show wasn't until later on, and I was like, oh, it's right around the corner. I'll just go to the parade. And it looked like the players weren't even into it. They were just like, okay, here we are.
Players weren't even into it.
On the top of cars, and then we get to the end, and then what do you do? And it's like, all right, that's it. So
I was a part of a parade my freshman year of high school. It was amazing.
In June?
No, it was cold out. We had just won. So it's like, like December, January.
Did you get rings for that?
Yes.
You did? You still got it?
Oh, yeah.
You saw your teammates, right, this past week?
I saw the greatest high school football player that I've ever played with. Yeah. And our center, our anchor, Seamus and Eric Kasparovich.
That's right.
Bad dude.
He was Brady Quinn before Brady Quinn.
He was a bad dude, bro.
I'm not sure what that has to do with
body slam you, but he'll go up top.
What?
He'll go up top on you. He'll go up top, but he will body slam you from
Lorena's so offended by my ranking in the last segment.
No. I would never be offended.
Lorena, what would you have ranked number one?
I'm a double D girl myself.
Okay. That's what you would have ranked number one. Were you
tastefully large?
Were you telling us what you are, or were you telling us what
my number one would be?
That would have been your number one. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you mean was there that describing?
I didn't know if she was. I was just making sure we
radio,
were playing.
I mean,
just I got those triple A's, you know.
The way. Okay. All right. It's just the way you said it. I didn't know where you were going with it. All right.
Okay. Triple A. You know what they say.
You went triple A as your number one, didn't you?
No.
Number two.
I think I went B. I was a B student.
So you went B number one and triple A's number two.
Maybe. But listen,
okay.
You know what to say about triple A? You're a step closer to the major leagues. So
I thought you could just get towed more easily.
In more ways than one.
You like speed bumps.
Damn. It's better than a pothole.
You like
what does that mean?
I don't know.
We are
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. Trained to push past the pain, not athletes, just people. Men, women, and children who are trafficked every day in communities across the United States, sometimes by someone they trusted, sometimes by their own family. While millions watch the World Cup, they're fighting to survive in silence. Blue Campaign hopes to harness the global energy of the World Cup to help raise awareness and break the silence of human trafficking. Get informed. Visit bluecampaign.gov/World Cup to learn the facts, end the misconceptions, and start the conversation.
It's here. King of the Hill and WD-40 brand present the limited edition King of the Hill WD-40 Collector's Can. Available now exclusively at the Home Depot, in-store and online. How many are you grabbing? One for you, one for your dad, and one for every Hank in your life. Get your King of the Hill WD-40 Collector's Can today before they're gone. Watch the new season of the Hulu original King of the Hill on July 20th. Streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. Available nationwide for a limited time while supplies last. Availability varies by location and online.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There's a crash on the service road at Ben White going westbound at Congress Avenue that blocks off the U-turn lane. Over on I-35 northbound, starting to slow down from the 45 southeast toll up to William Cannon Drive. Right now, about a 5 to 6 minute slowdown. And construction cones block off 2 right lanes of the 290 toll road eastbound between Springdale and Harris Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
This summer's must-have accessory, it's the Simon Plus Rewards program, where you can access exclusive offers for shopping, dining, and having fun at Simon malls, mills, and premium outlets. Plus, you can get points and rewards for shopping at shopsimon.com too. It's free to join, and there are even more exciting perks to enjoy every time you shop. Sign up at simonplus.com today and get ready to summer in style. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
Friday on Fox, the Stars and Stripes kick off the day's World Cup action as Pulisic leads the U.S. against Australia.
Can you believe it?
Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox and streaming live on Fox One.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Southern Rock Ride. The greatest Southern rock hits from the 70s and 80s. Skinner, 38 Special, Allman Brothers, and more. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Southern Rock Ride, and listen now. Free never sounded so good.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Pearland, City, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
That's right.
Eric Henry of Horns 247 joins us to talk Texas football, Arch Manning, and the wide receiver room. Texas baseball season came to an end, and we will talk to the head coach, Jim Schlossnagle, about the season and what we should expect going into the offseason. Lifetime Longhorn and legend of the locker room, Texas Bolts General Manager Kat Osterman will be joining us to talk about the professional softball matches, or games, that will be played at the Dell Diamond starting tonight. And we cannot forget about the World Cup. Our guy, Jameis Winston, is on the scene once again, and he does not disappoint. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And we've got Marcus and Cole behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on there.
If it's good enough.
But if it's not, best of luck to you and just keep it pushing. All right, I want to get into this conversation because I don't think we do this enough. If you start to look at the University of Texas, and yes, we are the flagship station of the University of Texas. You can hear all the games and the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, right here on AM 1300 The Zone. So sometimes, I will admit it, we do have our biases. But when you can come out and over the last 6 seasons, Texas has done an unbelievable job with this program. And what do I mean? Well, you start to look at this, just this season. Texas had 11 teams that finished in the top 5. 11 teams.
That's crazy.
They had 3 national championships, 2 top 2 finishes, 3 national championships, 4 top 2 finishes, 7 top 3 finishes, 11 top 5 finishes, 13 top 10 NCAA finishes, and that's just this season. Then you look over the last 6 seasons. Texas has won the Learfield Cup. Remember, I told you, I had no idea that there was a Director's Cup for the best athletic program in college sports.
Stanford used to win it a lot.
A lot, because they had Olympic sports.
Right.
They had gymnastics. They had more sports. But again, didn't know about that either. Didn't know about that either. So over the last 6 years, Texas has 5 of them. 5 Director Cups. 16 NCAA championships, 29 top 2 finishes, 60 top 5 finishes, and 78 top 10 finishes. Now you got back-to-back national champions in softball. You have rowing that won a national championship. Swimming and diving, that you can go ahead, you can already chalk that up. You can go ahead and give that. You got national players of the year in multiple sports across the campus, and it's continuing to grow.
And potentially this season, football might.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we closed the book on 26 the calendar sport. We started back up right in football and volleyball. Think about volleyball. Like, they're always at the dance. They're always showing up to the party. Yes. So as you start to gain momentum.
And beach volleyball.
Yes. You start to gain momentum as a university. Your enrollment starts to get better.
Mm-hmm.
People want to be a part of this. And,
I want to go to that school because they're good.
By the way, hell of an education.
Hell of an education.
I mean,
alumni.
Yes.
Future earnings, job placement, and just a damn good city.
And listen, folks that are part of Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Michigan, Ohio State, that's great. I appreciate y'all. But we're talking about the University of Texas right now. And looking at the numbers, just by the numbers, because there's obviously people are, well, we beat y'all in this, or y'all couldn't beat Georgia. I understand that. We get it. But as an organization, overall, we are back to where it is the glory days on the University of Texas campus.
And Hardge, if I was not a Longhorn fan, I'd hate Austin. I hate UT too, because it's a beautiful place and it's a lot of winners. And I coined the phrase, greatness hate.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, I know so many people that went to Texas Tech that live in Austin. I know so many Aggies that make their living and feed their kids in Austin. Sooners, we're surrounded by them. They can't wait to get to Austin and come and live here. Yeah, go to college and have your sporting careers other places. But where do they end up? Right here in Austin, because it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Welcome to Utopia.
And that's why I start to really let's put it
they
like
mad
this.
right now. They listening and they like, man, he ain't lying.
But think about it, man. I mean, we've gone through some really tough times here recently.
Yeah.
And like I said, over the last 6 seasons, you've had some growth in this program, and it continues to grab at you. I'm looking at this article right now, and it's like Texas registered an NCAA title in men's swimming and diving, rowing, and softball, which marks the 6th straight year that the Longhorns have won multiple national titles in the same academic season. The 6th straight season with multiple national titles, matching the longest streak in UT history. Those are the things that for a long time, that is why softball can get new renovations. That is why football has a new practice facility. That's why swimming and diving have their thing. And then now they've even created an area for the cheerleaders and Palm Squad to have a locker room where they can go and change at. You don't just do that.
You gotta have donations, and
you gotta have success, because ain't nobody donating to bad programs. They're not donating to bad programs.
The woman, I actually know the lady that was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader that had ultimate success, made millions of dollars, and gave an endowment to the University of Texas to get that done.
Yeah.
So it don't happen by accident, but she was a University of Texas student.
And she didn't get those rooms.
Right. And
so
she didn't have it
to do it.
So now that she has it, she's like, no, we're going to fix that.
I agree with you. But the fact is, if you're not winning, a lot of people ain't giving their money to the university.
Well, that's true too.
I mean, why am I going to be attached to something that's not winning?
That's not successful.
Exactly. You don't do that. So that is why we need to tip our cap to what Chris Del Conte and his staff and the presidents, the Board of Regents, and everyone that is involved in this we need to tip our caps to them because they have changed the way that people are looking at this university. They are changing the way people are. Think about our tailgate. Think about what we do on Saturdays for the games, and you start to understand the ambiance. Like all those people that are around us, they would be in the parking lot.
Are they doing that at other universities?
I'm sure they are, but we're here.
Because they estimate there's usually 150 to 200,000 people around the stadium. You can't get all of those people in the stadium if you tried.
No doubt. No doubt. And in the words of Chris Del Conte, a united Texas is a reckoning. Thank you to the Longhorn Nation for giving of talents, treasures, and times. You are the wind beneath our wings. That's what I'm talking about.
You complete me?
Is
that what he's saying?
I'm telling you right now, victories complete you. Success completes you. Winning completes you. Having a great time every single weekend where we could come in here on Mondays and we can have good conversations about what we saw and be critical of those moments, but go to break and be like, I'm glad we won. Yeah. So glad we won. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So kudos to Texas. I wanted to make sure that we gave them the love that they deserve. We're going to be talking to Eric Henry of Horns 247 at 7:34. Get his thoughts, talk some Texas football. Texas got a new recruit. We're going to get some information about that. We've got Coach Jim Schlossnagle coming up at 8 a.m. to put a cap and a bow on the Texas season. And, of course, we got lifetime Longhorn and legend of the locker room great Kat Osterman joining us at 8:17. Loaded show today, folks, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
A stealth vehicle blocks off the right turn lane on the service road of I-35 northbound at Runberg Lane. The main lanes of I-35 northbound are starting to bog down, about an 8 to 10 minute slowdown from the 45 Southeast toll up to William Cannon Drive. And cones are still up, blocking off 2 right lanes on the 290 toll road eastbound between Springdale and Harris Branch. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Always running out of hot water? You can count on Abacus to help. Get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater for just $22.99 with warranty and 0 down financing, as low as $36.33 a month. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today into 0628.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
50 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Finer Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout, cheers to savings.
Nate Bargatze. It's a lot to have 2 dogs, because you got to open the back door and let 2 dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour, Moody Center, Saturday, June 20th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Since 1936, Shipley Donuts has been a Texas tradition, and now Dripping Springs wakes up with them. Start your mornings right with fresh baked donuts, soft warm kolaches, and hot coffee made fresh daily at Shipley Donuts, located at 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They're open bright and early at 5 a.m. because at Shipley's, donuts don't just taste good, they make people happy. Skip the line and order ahead at shipleydonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy.
Uber and Lyft drivers. Driverless cars are coming. Will drivers be replaced, or will drivers own what comes next? Fair Co-op helps drivers earn up to 90% and gives out 25% of net profits from each ride for referrals. For life. Be a leader, the first in your city. Help build the movement. The drivers who lead now can help shape the next generation of rideshare. Fair Co-op, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, stepping up to the plate is a household name, weighing in at roughly 115 pounds with a wingspan of 98 inches. It's Samsung.
Kid, I know it's baseball season, but this isn't what I meant when I said to incorporate sports into the company commercial.
Sorry, old man. I just want everyone to know that audiovisual consultations can make your home feel like a stadium.
That's true. Audiovisual provides stadium surround sound, huge screen video, controlled lighting, and even temperature control. On our roster, every customer is an MVP.
Sounds like audiovisual knows how to score a home run with our customers.
All right, kid, that's enough with the baseball puns.
But I'm trying to tell everyone that audiovisual is a real catch. You'll love our services.
Kid?
There's nothing coming out of left field when you give us a call. We won't break your balls.
Kid, we only have a minute.
Pitch, please. I don't need your attitude right now.
Rest assured, listeners, audiovisual is much better at installing and designing custom home theaters than we are at making jokes.
Just check our stats. Give us a call at 512-255-8678 or visit us online at avconsultations.com.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, always free on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in the next segment, we got our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, breaking down Texas. Also, he's got an article up about the wide receivers. Texas softball, by the way, it's Southern Louisiana's head coach to come and be the assistant head coach here at the University of Texas. Can you say Mike White is having one heck of an offseason? If you don't want to, I will. And goes back to my point. Texas continues to make moves. Speaking of making moves, the NCAA, Texas Tech, Big 12, and Brennan Sorsby has decided it was time for him to put all of this behind him. They dropped the case. Everybody's moving forward. But now some new information. Not new information. This is information that has always been out there, and this is why a lot of Texas Tech fans, and I've spent a lot of time with them here lately, are upset because of the fact that no one is actually talking about Cincinnati. Yes, Texas Tech wanted to be at the big boy table. They wanted to fight, so it created a rift, and everybody was attacking them because they were fighting for the kid. Fine, fight for the kid. But the true story should have been about Indiana and about Cincinnati because there was some issues at Cincinnati that they should have been able to read the red flags. But Sorsby's agent is like, hey, don't just go at Tech. Don't just go at Sorsby. You might need to be looking at Cincinnati.
You know, you have to be careful of some things just because of all the people involved. And the people I feel worse for besides Brendan is Texas Tech. And I know they might have, I think where they messed up was they talked too much. But nobody knew any of this about Brendan. Nobody knew when he was in the portal this was happening. I mean, Brendan probably should have gone in the draft in January, right, if we would have known, but nobody knew. So the people at Tech have been great, very supportive. Joy McGuire, I think, is one of the best human beings on the planet. He's a lot of head coaches are transactional. He is not. And they didn't do anything wrong here. If anybody should be questioned or be catching heat, it should be Cincinnati, because they knew for 2 years and never said anything and didn't do anything about it. So that's the part of the story that gets lost. And again, it's like, this is a 22-year-old kid who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He's had 2 girlfriends his entire life. He's at church every Sunday. He's a great human being. I guess his biggest fault might be he's too giving. When I say that, his involvement with some of his friends and the predatory world of gambling, where you turn 18 and, deposit $5, you get a free 100. And every single show on TV and every single radio show, everything is sponsored by a gambling site. So it's a scary world we're living in. And we, these kids have all been raised now with phones in their hands. So it's real easy to get on an app and place a bet. So there's so much more to it, and it'll come out.
Now, listen, everything he said is spot on. The very first part that he said about probably Texas Tech talking too much, I said that at the very beginning.
Yep.
I said, sometimes you just need to be quiet and let everything play itself out. What Lil Wayne say? Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Everybody should have been silent.
Like the G.
And just wait until all the rulings happen. But Texas Tech fans and a lot of fans across there are looking at this Cincinnati squad and saying, hey, why are y'all not going after them? They knew that he had a problem. They knew. They sued him because they wanted money back too.
Yeah.
Because he was under their contract.
Yeah.
So now they sued him because they wanted money. Well, now, welcome to the spotlight, Cincinnati. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, they're not going after Cincinnati because they're not a threat. They're not a threat. Well, wait a minute. Texas Tech, you're not a threat either. You had a good season last year. You're now paying your players. Now you come into the party like everybody else, and now you think you are the one who set up the party. It's not. There was a party planner long before you.
Ooh, Hardge over there.
So now, and I'm not even claiming Texas. I'm talking about overall. There's been a lot of people that have been privy to this.
Cincinnati should have said, listen, we got a little issue right now.
Yes. I think Cincinnati is the one who turned them in. I think Cincinnati is the conspiracy theory. Cincinnati is the one.
Oh, you want to leave us?
Who talked about, yes.
You want to leave? Okay, go ahead.
You want to leave the family? You know that I've been protecting you this whole time. And now all of a sudden you want to go somewhere else? Well, not only are we going to sue you, we're going to put your business in the streets.
Let's put this out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
firmly believe
you
that.
Show right. You know what? You don't have to have evidence. Sometimes your feeling,
what they say,
your
gut is telling
instincts,
you,
that
gut feeling. Yeah.
Your gut tell you. That's exactly what that is.
Sometimes that's bad gut health.
Wow.
Sometimes it's
we're not going there.
Irritable.
It's too early.
It's irritable.
We're not talking about it. La 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 la. I don't hear you.
But the reality of this is, and Texas Tech fans, you are correct. There's more in the wake of this that could have been avoided a long time
I'm
ago.
sure there's some Texas Tech fans that are like, all right, guys, we're starting to look bad.
No, that definitely happened.
Can we please stop this?
That definitely
happened.
I'm
tired of trying to defend us.
Yeah, that definitely happened. But my other question to you, Mark, in this particular situation, and this is something we'll talk to Eric Henry of Horns 247. He brought this up last week, actually. He was talking about there's more to this story than we actually know. And we cannot blame Texas Tech. And like I said, here's the biggest thing for me in this particular
I don't know
case.
if I could take no more.
This is the big, yeah, I think you're ready for this one.
Okay.
And his agent even said it. We probably should have gone in the draft because you knew that was in the wake. You knew you weren't clean, dude.
And
you
then,
knew you were not
and
clean.
It wouldn't have came out.
It wouldn't have surfaced like this because Cincinnati wouldn't have been mad that you left to go to somebody in the same conference to go and play against. So now you put yourself in a it's that invincible mindset, right? We're athletes. We can do whatever.
I can do whatever.
Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I can do it. But then in a minute, you be like, scratching your head like, oh, what did I do over there? How many times do I have to go to the principal's office over there?
Oh, man,
How many times did they find my IP looking up stuff? This dude has a sickness, they say.
Man, 3,000?
No.
Was it
$90,000 in bets, bro.
90,000, but how many bets did he make?
It was every day. The dude was addicted. He's an addict.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to look out for him. We got to do what's best for him.
Well,
go to the league.
You
League
said
has
that.
the best.
You said that with contentment.
Yeah, he didn't think it was that bad because it was like dollar bets.
Yeah, but if you're making $9,000 bets,
$1 bets.
Yes, I'm like, man, like what you think is gonna happen? So for Texas Tech, I feel you. I understand your anger. Cincinnati, you're in trouble. You're gonna be a part of this too. But for Brendan Sorsby, now
they should take scholarships from everybody involved.
That's not a bad idea.
Because they all knew.
I heard this yesterday on Dan Patrick. You can hear Dan Patrick right after our show right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, always free on the iHeartRadio app. They came up with the idea that, like in soccer, like in other sports, you get an opportunity to take another player, you got to pay a transfer fee.
The university or the talent?
The university or talent, I don't care. But it's normally the organizations have to do it.
Or both, shoot.
So you say,
everybody
all
got
right,
skin in the game.
Mark Henry, you're leaving Oklahoma to go to Oklahoma State.
It's going to cost you $8,000, and it's going to cost the university $80,000.
Why not? Why not?
Let's put some. That makes you stay there.
I bet you everybody sits still for
that
a
you
minute.
staying.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not paying $80,000. You just gonna have to sit out
And the university
of
wouldn't
here.
want to do that either. They won't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, you start putting some heavy prices on these players. If you take a quarterback, you go, and we paid him $2 million, you got to pay us $1 million. And that helps the program because then the program's not losing. If you leave Cincinnati to go to Texas Tech, you can have him. Y'all paying him whatever. But he was getting paid $2 million here. I got to put that money to somebody else.
So I need
Bring
half
me my
of
money
it.
back. Yes, run me my money.
And that's generous. Half. You could ask for more.
Exactly. There's a price
60%.
on it. There's a price on it every time, and that's why Cincinnati got mad. They were like, man, we don't have money.
And
like
we
that.
lost.
We don't have. And by the way, Cincinnati, you weren't that good. That's what I'm saying. Like,
They were decent.
they're spending all this money on players that you're not guaranteed to win. But you give yourself an opportunity. Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. He's got some articles out there, and I got a couple questions for him about this Texas football team and the fact that they got a brand new recruit. Now, I told you, he ain't signed yet, but he got a new recruit. He committed yesterday. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
The right turn lane is blocked off by a stalled vehicle on the service road of I-35 northbound at Runberg Lane. Over on Mopac southbound, you're moving right along. No issues from Breaker Lane into downtown. Under 10 minutes to make that drive, and about a 10-minute drive over on Loop 360 northbound, going from Mopac to 2222. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Before they can cheer your name, you've got to make one. At Spurs Sports Academy, we're helping young athletes do just that with year-round basketball camps and tournaments for kids of all ages. It's all part of our mission of inspiring lifelong memories and building character through competition. To find your way to play, text HOOPS to 210-444-5021 or head over to spurs.com/sportsacademy.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments, clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The Cowboys wrap up their mandatory minicamp today. Team will then take a month off before returning for training camp in late July. Texas football landed a commitment from four-star offensive tackle Brian Swanson, part of the 2027 recruiting class. Peter Lambert tossed 7 innings of one-run ball to help the Astros beat the Tigers 4-2 to win the series in Houston. I'm Ron Tomas.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo.
Who knows what'll happen at the FIFA World Cup 2026? But with unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases, the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo is a surefire victory. Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Visa, worldwide partner of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Joy is essential, and it's also elusive. But now, there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
This World Soccer Report sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Portugal had to settle for a 1-1 draw against Congo in its opening World Cup match. João Neves recording Portugal's lone goal.
Great header and in! João Neves!
Host countries Canada and Mexico taking the pitch today. Canada plays Qatar while Mexico faces South Korea. The U.S. to face Australia tomorrow.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree draft Michelob Ultras, handcrafted Casamigo margaritas, and a scratch-made menu, and screens that will put you on the front row of every game. It's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Welcome. Kickoff right here on Sports Radio. AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. It's Thursday, so that means we got to go talk to our guy, Eric Henry of 247 with the latest. And let me just tell you this, man. So this Sorsby thing, I'm glad it's kind of put behind us, and you kind of alluded to it last week about Cincinnati and how are they exempt for this, Indiana. Well, Cincinnati or Sorsby's agent is getting after it. He letting everybody know. I think Cincinnati was the snitches. I think Cincinnati was the one.
And snitches
get stitches. But don't spend too much time on it because we got to talk a lot of Texas stuff. But what were your thoughts on this case and moving forward?
Yeah, you know, first of all, always appreciate y'all having me on. One thought that I didn't get a chance to take to make to y'all last week that I did on a later radio appearance is kind of where we landed, right? At the end of the day, while my feelings on the Sorsby case may have differed from some, his ability to play college football, and I would even say his ability to play professional football, there's not a pass that Brendan Sorsby is going to throw from now to the end of time that if it gets intercepted or if it's knocked down or if he fumbles, is not going to be scrutinized under the lens of, well, what if, right? And because of that, I think it made it almost impossible for him, especially to come back to college, right? When everyone is a professional and everyone is under contract, all right, at least you can entertain that. But I'm not surprised that this was the eventual outcome because of that part. It was going to be a circus, fellas. It was going to be a circus wherever he went in the Big 12. So probably best that he moves on to the supplemental draft.
All right, I want to get into this too because we opened the show talking about Texas athletics as a whole. You start to look at it, and you're new to the area, so since you've been here, all you've known is winning. So you're okay to talk about this. But Texas sports as a whole is going in a totally different direction. We see some universities with some little bit of consistency, but now you're starting to see Texas athletics. And once Texas football gets to that pinnacle, it's going to be rough around here, bro.
Yeah, you know, I know obviously Hardge and Mark, you guys alluding to the Directors Cup, right? And the Directors Cup championship for Texas. I'm not going to focus it directly on the Directors Cup because, again, a little bit controversial. I think that's a little bit of a flawed metric. The only reason I say that is because it's only the top. Basically, you got about 12 or 15 teams that can compete for the Directors Cup, right? Because it comes down to how many sports your program fields and things of that nature. You're never going to see a team outside of a power conference win a Directors Cup. So it's not necessarily a wholesale metric for athletic success, but specificity to Texas, to what you just said in terms of the bar being raised, right? This is where I do think you have to credit Chris Del Conte. One, his investment in women's sports, right? I think I said this the other day, a couple weeks ago on you guys' show, right? You take a look, whether it's Vic Schaefer, whether it's Mike White, you go across the board, right? Texas's women's sports, their head coaches, amongst the top 5 highest paid in the nation. Chris Del Conte invested in women's sports. It yielded the results, right? What I also, it's weird to use the word appreciate, but just stick with me. What I appreciate about Chris Del Conte is this, right? He holds all of his coaches to the same standard. And I know you might be, typically you roll your eyes and say, all right, well, you know, how are you going to hold the football coach to the same standard as, you know, the women's golf coach, right? Take a look at Ange Kelly, who was Texas women's soccer coach for 10, 12, 13 years. Had a lot of success up until the year prior. Her team went 4-12. She's gone. It was one bad year out of 12, 13 years. Chris Del Conte made a move. That to me says, hey, this is the standard. If you fall below the standard, I don't care if you coach rowing or if you coach football, you're going to be held to the standard. And I think that to me is something I appreciate about Chris Del Conte.
Eric, when you talk about the University of Texas football program and the expectations of it, which is harder, dealing with the expectation or being able to field a team that's able to actually win a national championship?
Wow. You know, Mark, that's an excellent question. Instinctively, I was going to say dealing with the expectation, but in the era of NIL, in the era of the transfer portal, it's hard for all these teams. Texas, look at Alabama, right, Mark?
Right, they went from the house to the outhouse.
Mark, I know you're old enough to remember just back, 5, 6, 7 years ago when Alabama was running roughshod over college football. Now it's a struggle for them to field a team that can win a college, a national title, right? I guess I would probably lean towards, yes, Texas has the funds, right? So because of that, I think I'm going to lean towards the expectation. But it's hard for all of these teams to truly field a national championship contender year in, year out because of the era of college athletics that we're in.
We're talking to Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at EricCHenry_ on social, or get over to horns247.com to check out the latest. Speaking of the latest, you've got your series of positions, and now you are at the series of wide receiver. The expectations coming into the year, obviously the big move for Cam Coleman, going back to your point of NIL. Then you also look at Ryan Wingo, Emmett Mosley, and you have other guys, the young freshman Bishop. There's so much that is happening at the wide receiver position. What is it that you are looking for this season from this group?
Yeah, first off, get over to Horns 24/7 to check out the preview. There's one specific statistic that I think is really interesting for Texas fans. If you're a true football, junkie, right? I had a pretty extended conversation with wide receivers coach Chris Jackson about this during spring. 50-50 balls, right? Hardge, Mark, you guys watch plenty of football. Whether it's, your Calvin Johnsons, your Randy Mosses, your AJ Greens, your Justin Jeffersons, those guys that you throw them the ball and you say it's a 50-50 shot that they're going to get it, right? Especially those balls downfield. That's huge. That's the area that Texas struggled last year. Even though Ryan Wingo is 6'3", 205, Parker Livingston was 6'4", 6'5", 205, right? In terms of what Pro Football Focus terms contested catches, right? Those passes that they're downfield, the jump ball, 50-50 shot, right? Texas was only bringing in about 27% of those passes. That meant either the play was being picked off, incomplete, or pass broken up, right? Or dropped. Cam Coleman, for all of what you want to talk about as far as how bad his quarterback play was last year, and trust me, it was bad. It was not Arch Manning-esque last year. He came down with 60% of his 50-50 balls. You know what that means? Oof. If you put it anywhere near that guy, he is going to go get it. When I talked with Chris Jackson, he said that we had a numerous amount of, third down conversions, big time plays that those wide receivers weren't coming down with, right? You get a guy like Cam Coleman, he expects those plays to be made. I think that's going to be huge for Texas offense.
Eric, this is another point that you can add on to that is he was probably double covered 80% of the time.
No doubt. No
doubt. He will not be double covered with Texas's offense because it'll be schemed and guys will have to play in their areas. He's going to be one-on-one with a lot of safeties sometimes, blowing away from a corner. So
Mark,
it could be scary.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to emphasize your point. No doubt. At Auburn, there was no one around him, right? So yeah, of course he was double
a bad quarterback.
And a bad quarterback. You cannot, to your point, you cannot double team because A, he's going to be schemed open, but B, you have Ryan Wingo, you have these other options. You have a quarterback who's athletic enough that if he breaks the pocket, that's going to force, someone to account for your quarterback scrambling. So no, that's another excellent point that everything sets up. Again, I'll point back to the offensive line. We'll see how that comes together, but everything sets up for this to be a very special year for Texas, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Eric, I like the fact that I heard several times that Texas offensive line, the guys, they know where they're supposed to be. That just warms my heart. It's like somebody going, "Hey man, would you like a big, hot chicken pot pie?" Yes, give me that. Food warms my heart, Eric. But it warms my heart to know that Texas offensive line, for what it was last year, not knowing, now they know. At least they know. Now you just got to go out there and perform.
Well, okay, that's the part, right? You can say that they know where they're supposed to be, but it's easy to know where you're supposed to be in spring when you're facing, guys wearing the same color. Can you do that when you're in Death Valley? Or you're in the Cotton Bowl. I think that still remains to be seen. But sure, absolutely, I would agree with you that them at least knowing the spots they're supposed to be in is encouraging.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, before we let you go, man, we're up against it, but I wanted to ask you about the new commitment for the University of Texas. I know you're not on the recruiting trail, and that's not your expertise, but I know you know a lot about Brian Swanson, the offensive lineman out of Dallas.
Yeah, no, listen, Brian Swanson, really kind of a unique prospect, a rising prospect. I think he's someone who has all of the kind of the tools and traits that you're looking for in an offensive tackle. Can probably play a little bit of guard as well. He did slide a little bit in our 24/7 rankings, Hardge, but that's just kind of a byproduct of it. And I guess to give the context, he started out as kind of a high 4-star guy. Is still a 4-star prospect, but kind of on the lower end. I think part of that is just because we, our recruiting team, they re-rank prospects, every period of time. New guys jump in, new guys, kind of fall out, but still someone to be really excited about for Texas and Kyle Flood, because they can't rely on the transfer portal for offensive line. They have to be able to recruit it as well.
There's our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Get over to 247 horns247.com to get the latest. And of course, follow him at Eric C. Henry _. Happy belated birthday, my brother. Enjoy yourself. And hey, your party's still going on. I know that.
Most definitely. Appreciate it, fellas.
There he is, Eric Henry. Coming up next, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, they got things going on. And I want to talk about a possible return to the top 5, maybe even higher, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story.
When you came in, when you had the double ice bags on your...
To the dream car you've been searching for, or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you. Cheers to savings.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
Experience music performances by major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history.
It's more than just fireworks.
Join this landmark celebration and get your America's Block Party tickets now for $17.76 at america250.org/LA.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From backyard barbecues to homegrown herbs, the best parts of summer start at Lowe's. Right now, get 3 Fairy Morse 1.3 quart vegetables and herbs for just $12. Plus, get 4 bags of Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil for only $10. Whether you're planting something new or giving your garden a refresh, now's the time to make the most of your outdoor space. Save more on what you need this summer at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Friday on Fox, the Stars and Stripes kick off the day's World Cup action as Pulisic leads the U.S. against Australia.
Can you believe it?
Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox and streaming live on Fox One.
This summer's must-have accessory, it's the Simon Plus Rewards program, where you can access exclusive offers for shopping, dining, and having fun at Simon malls, mills, and premium outlets. Plus, you can get points and rewards for shopping at shopsimon.com too. It's free to join, and there are even more exciting perks to enjoy every time you shop. Sign up at simonplus.com today and get ready to summer in style. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
Meet a successful local CEO each week on CEOs You Should Know. This week, learn more about Michael Crowell, President and CEO of UFCU. Listen this weekend or visit our website to learn more.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OSAA, are the 99,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Oregon. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
My number one is the Dallas Cowboys. They're my number one offense for 2026.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I have them at 5. Why do you have them number 1? Because this is largely a team that's running it back.
And that's why I'm excited, is because they, I think, will benefit more than others of running it back. They have not just like answers to the test with Dak back there, but just receiver-wise. So if George Pickens on the outside, CeeDee Lamb, and then a guy I'm very high on, Ryan Flournoy, the receiver 3, he can play to the outside as well. Javonte Williams, they like more than I do, but he had a great year last year, and he's perfect for their run scheme. And really, we just talked about O-line. They have some depth, like where I'm kind of squinting at a little bit as well. They drafted Drew Shelton, but they also have an offensive line coach in Clayton Adams. He's offensive coordinator technically. I think he's phenomenal, and I think he should be a future head coach. Then you got Brian Schottenheimer. I don't think anyone has grown more in my mind and grown more in respect for me than Brian Schottenheimer since he's become a head coach of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Just how he answers questions, how he goes about things, how he communicates to players, play design. Last year, 3rd in scoring rate, 5th in success rate, 4th in EPA per play. They faced the second fewest 3rd downs because they were so good on 1st and 2nd down. They can throw out a fullback out there, Hunter Lepke, who I'm always been a fan of. They can go 12. They can go 22 personnel. They can go 11. They can just do a little bit of everything. And I think last year was just kind of the taste of the Adam Schottenheimer offense. And I think this year it's like, okay, here we go. This is what our real version of this is.
This offense was just really fun to watch. You know, I had talked about the way they used Pickens, and you talked about like all the different personnel groupings. I thought all of like the motion felt very purposeful watching this, both in the pass game and the run game, especially the pass game. Schottenheimer and Prescott seemed to have good understanding of the quarterback strengths, but also the ways in which he could improve this offense. And the fact that they have continuity going into this season is pretty exciting.
That's the thing that has pushed me to the point of excitement. Obviously, what the Cowboys are going to be able to do on defense is going to be important. But watching and understanding the continuity of this offense, a better understanding of it. The one thing that he said, or she said, Mina Kimes, that is, she talked about the fact that they are motioning with a purpose. Those are the types of things as a Dallas Cowboy fan you have to be excited about. You got a quarterback that understands the offense. You got two top wide receivers in the game that can be number ones on any other team. You got a tight end that's not afraid to stretch the field. Your running game is getting better, but the question has always been about the O-line, and I think the O-line has gotten better as well.
They have gotten better, and they're more experienced. And we said that the weakness was kind of Guyton, and Tyler Guyton needs to not only get stronger, but he just needed more reps. He only played 2 years of college.
Yep.
Like, I think 1 year of high school. So 3 years of football for a guy that's playing in the NFL is not a lot of time. So hopefully this year the learning process will catch up more, and he won't have so many false starts. He won't have so many missed blocking assignments.
Well, you talked about it earlier when the offseason really started cranking up. He was spending some time with
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith, and being able to understand what it's like to be on that island by yourself. Yes, you're going to have some help from the back coming out of the backfield, hopefully chipping and coming through, but you still need to make sure that you stay engaged in understanding that you are the blind side to Dak Prescott. You have to make sure that you're protecting the quarterback. But as you look at it now and you continue to understand what it is, he has put himself in the right position. They have put themselves in the right position. You got an offensive coordinator, you got Shoddy, but you also have a quarterback that knows the nuances and the ins and out of everything that transpires.
He can call all the plays.
Yeah.
He don't need the sideline. He don't need the offensive coordinator. Dak needs a eye in the sky to show where the coverage is rolling to. That's all he needs.
Yep.
He can call everything and understand it in game time. So when you have an elite quarterback that can do that, then, you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You make third down more manageable.
It's Dak. Here we go.
Oh, I'm like, what is going on?
That's
man?
his whole thing. Here we go.
So
his
you
cadence.
understand what is going on. And the fact, too, this team can be very explosive. This team is going to put up big points.
Yeah.
They did last year. They continue to do that.
Hopefully, in a perfect world, they'll get more attempts because the defense will actually help them and take the ball away from the opposing offense.
Yeah, and that is why I am so excited for this upcoming season when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. It's not the fandom, it's what do we talk about? The anticipation of what we can expect to see. The defense get halfway, just be halfway decent. This team can be pretty doggone good.
Be a top 15 defense.
That's all I need. I'm not greedy. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package. Covers up to $3 million for the most comprehensive plan. So if your money is stolen due to identity theft, they've got you covered. If you have personal expenses while resolving identity theft, like paying for travel or extra childcare, LifeLock has your back. Need coverage for lost wages because work had to take a back seat throughout all of this? You guessed it, LifeLock has your back. Plus, there's coverage if you need to pay for fees for lawyers, experts to resolve your case. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join today. Save up to 30% on your first year. Promo code Patrick. 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Promo code Patrick. Save up to 30%. Terms apply.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save.
Whether your oldest is heading off to college or you're finally adding that dream pool to the backyard, a home equity line from ATFCU can help make it happen. Your home equity is the difference between your home's value and what you still owe, and you can borrow against it without disrupting your current mortgage loan. Enjoy quick approvals, flexible terms up to 30 years, and no closing costs on loans under $250,000. Apply online at atfcu.org. Other terms and conditions apply. ATFCU is an equal opportunity lender. NMLS number 422857. Federally insured by NCUA.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of the FIFA World Cup 2026
Live.
Magical. Just open the free app and search World Cup. Plus, tap the highlights tab to catch up on anything you missed. Lock in your preset now. This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff, hour number 2, right here on the Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. The Texas baseball season came to an end in Omaha as they fell 2-0 to the Georgia Bulldogs in the College World Series elimination game. The pitching was good. Luke Harrison struck out 11. Sam Cozart, the freshman, is the grown man of the team, and he went out there and did his thing. But we are being joined right now by the head coach of Texas baseball, our guy, Coach Schlossnagle. And, Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on one heck of a year. Obviously, it didn't get to where you wanted it to and hoisting that trophy, but you've got to be proud of what you saw from this team and the fight that they showed all season long.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And appreciate you all having me on all year. Yeah, super proud of them, considering, where we started with trying to really rebuild the roster from last year. Got those 3 senior pitchers back and overcame injuries. I mean, things that every team has to go through, but thought our guys did an awesome job. Thought they competed, represented the school really well. We just couldn't score against Georgia, and no excuses. Tournament baseball sometimes happens, as we're seeing. All the teams are good. It's a matter who kind of catches fire, I guess. So Oklahoma has certainly caught fire in the last 30 plus games and in the tournament. But excited for our team and got a lot of work to do moving forward here in the next couple months.
Yeah, I wanted to go right there. Obviously, season's over, 46-15 year, a lot of highs, a few lows every once in a while. But now you got to get back to the drawing board. It's all about retaining the players that you want to keep here, and then now you got to go and fill some voids of the possibility of the draft. I know you're right back at it as soon as you got back home, correct?
Well, during the World Series, actually. I mean, we had multiple Zooms and phone calls, both before and during the World Series, and then we landed yesterday about 1:30, 2 o'clock or so, and started individual exit meetings. Have a whole list of those today to get done, and just kind of seeing where guys are. Obviously, we want to retain the best players, and then we have other guys that have to kind of make personal decisions about the draft. We'll have to get answers from them here in a very short amount of time. We have visits. It's a dead period this weekend, so we have 2 visits this weekend. We'll have multiple next week, and trying to get caught up. When you're one of the teams that doesn't make it this far, then you're trying to make hay while everybody else is in Omaha. And when you're in Omaha, you're trying to hold everybody off to try and get back here and get back to work. So this time of year leading up to the fall is actually the busiest time of the year. The season is actually one of the slower times of the year because it's really just baseball.
Coach, you talked about the time of year. The season is a long season. It starts in Valentine's Day and I love yous to Happy Father's Day. A lot of time in between. What'd you learn about your team in between that time?
Yeah, just a bunch of really awesome kids that love Texas. The pitching group was really, had great leadership within it. Very unique culture that Coach Weiner, creates, and it's awesome. And Luke and those guys did a great job of really setting a crazy high standard. Not even sure if that could be met. Such a special group. From a position player standpoint, we had a lot of challenges. Losing Rylan Galvan and Kimball Schuessler and those guys the previous year. It took us a while. It took a while. It took into the season, a lot of conversation, a lot of challenging to eventually get to guys like Tenney and a little bit of Mendoza, but mainly Tenney kind of stepping forward out of as a transfer into that kind of accountability leadership role. And then it started to show. So, you could go player by player to talk about how proud Adrian Rodriguez and the courage he showed. The guy goes and hits for the cycle in the stinking College World Series. Mendoza fighting through. And every time I take a swing, is it going to hurt? Hayden LeFew, every time I throw a pitch, is something going to happen? I can't always tell the public exactly what's going on with every single player. But I can tell you this, we have some guys that are banged up really bad. They have some, whether it be a surgery or whether they have some different things they got to do this summer. And if people knew the full story, they would even be more appreciative of this particular group of Longhorns.
We're talking to Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle. Texas falls short in the College World Series. A lot of folks can't even say that they made it to the College World Series. But it was, like you said, you ran into a team that had great pitching both times out. They were hitting their spots, and they made the situational plays happen, and that's why Texas ends up falling. But you mentioned something, too, about some of these players and the importance of it, and we got to see the emotion of Luke Harrison after his last performance and about bleeding the burnt orange. What does he mean for this program?
Yeah. I hated that. Obviously we want to win a national title, but Luke's a legendary player, in my opinion. Staying for his fifth year until Max Weiner and our staff showed up. The guy had 4 pitching coaches in 4 years. He could have transferred. He could have given up baseball. He had a year where he threw 9 innings with a 10 ERA. Those kind of guys get shipped away somewhere. Those kind of guys give up baseball. He's a brilliant kid who's going to be he's got a chance to pitch in the big leagues, but he's going to be a brilliant leader at Texas, a businessman, whatever he chooses to be. And the guy completely, with Max's help, completely flips his career and set a standard of leadership. I've only had 2 pitchers that could lead an entire team. That would be like for a football team having the freaking kicker be the leader, and he led an entire team. I only had one other guy do that at TCU. That's really hard to do, to command the respect of the position players when you're not around them every day. But he had that, and boy, what a guy, and what a guy that we're really going to miss. And I don't even know if he's replaceable in that sense.
Coach, what you mentioned that continuity plays an important part. How important does that play?
Well, it's huge because the culture of your program, you gotta, in today's world, there's going to be guys that come and go, and that's part of it. But guys like Adrian Rodriguez and Anthony Pack, certainly at the forefront of that. We'll see who else, is back, are back. We'll see what Mendoza and Borbo decide to do. And then on the pitching staff side, Sam Cozart, frankly, he is fully capable of doing what Luke did. He actually started to lean into that as a freshman a little bit. He commands the respect of the team, the way he operates and how he talks. So Sam and, Dylan in his own way will certainly be right up in there with all those other, freshmen, soon to be sophomore pitchers. But yeah, we have a lot of work to do. You have to have a core to build around. And if we can get one more recruiting class on campus, we're super excited. And, we've won 16 of our 20 series in the SEC since coming in the league.
Correct.
And I know Omaha's the standard, and and national championships what we all want. But we have this program really headed in a really good spot. We just got to fight through this portal stuff to piece it all together, get this this recruiting class that we have coming, get the majority of it on campus. The one behind it is even more awesome. So in an era of portal stuff, we still really, really want the best high school players to get here so we don't have to dive as deep into the portal, as we have the last 2 years.
As somebody who signed with the University of Texas coming out of high school, I truly understand what you're saying about that. That was one of my biggest gripes for a long time, is not being able to get the best players in the state of Texas to come to the University of Texas. And I think the standard is getting even more so back to the days of where it always was. Before we let you go, I wanted to ask you this, because, you've been doing this for a long time and had a lot of success. What is it about this game that you love so much that you just really, really dive all into it?
I love the game of baseball, but I love building a team. That's my favorite thing not the portal, certainly. Putting together that's part of it. But once we get everybody here in August, and you have to kind of restart, that's the challenge that I love, is taking a group of high achieving individuals, really awesome young people, and kind of creating a culture and a pathway for them to become a team. And I think that's the thing I love the most. Doing it at Texas is certainly now 2 years in. Man, our regionals and super regionals and the crowd, like, what awesome experiences. Go back and look at those videos. It's great stuff. But I just love the aspect of team. And I think whenever I don't want to stop coaching anytime soon. I feel really good, and I'm excited to be here for a very long time. But whenever I do stop, that's the thing I'll miss the most, is just being around the guys and the experiences and being around the team.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time every week, coming on with us. We'll continue this, and we look forward to next season. We'll be paying a lot of attention to this portal activity and everything that's going on, so you can help build that roster that you're looking for, man. As always, thank you for joining us.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great summer. I'm fired up for football season. Hook 'em.
No doubt. We're ready. We are too, Coach. There he is, Coach Jim Schlossnagle. Texas finishes 46-15, and now recruiting. When we come back, lifetime Longhorn and legend of the locker room alum, Kat Osterman, joins us to talk all things softball right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One. From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There's reports of a new accident going southbound this morning on Loop 360 at Mopac, causing some minor brake taps. A few minutes lost due to a crash on I-35 southbound at Yeager Lane. Delays start from Parmer. There's also an accident on the service road of I-35 going northbound at Highway 71, and some stop-and-go speeds on I-35 northbound from 45 to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fostick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. all your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you. Cheers to savings.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket's a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app, use promo code CORNER to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code CORNER. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Stay connected to Texas athletics and the 40 acres with the LHN app. Watch original content, behind-the-scenes access, interviews, press conferences, highlights, classic Longhorn moments, and select live events. It's your home for Texas athletics content all year long. And with new stories and features dropping all the time, there's always something new to discover. Best of all, the LHN app is free to download and watch. Download the LHN app today and take Texas athletics with you wherever you go. Hook 'em.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, America. That's America. Enter it now.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
That's right. You hear it right there. Legends of the Locker Room. She has been in the Legends of the Locker Room segment before. She's a lifetime Longhorn. She is one of the best pitchers to ever grace college softball. And now she is doing her thing as the general manager. That's right. She is the general manager of the Texas Volts, who will be here starting tonight at the Dale Diamond. She is the one and only Kat Osterman. Good morning, Kat. Thank you for joining us. I know that you are a busy, busy woman, but thank you for taking the time to tell us about what's going on with softball.
Champ is in the building.
Good morning. Yeah, it's exciting. We all touched down in Texas on Tuesday night and are excited to get going.
So let me ask you this, because obviously you have to put together a team. We were just talking to Coach Schlossnagel about building a team and how do you go about that? And that's something that you've been doing for the last couple seasons. Even before that, you were doing that. But I wanted to get into the psyche of how you're building for this Texas Volts team.
Yeah, well, it's kind of been a work in progress. As you mentioned, last year built a team that was very veteran heavy. Looked like on paper was a lot of power. Offensive output didn't show up that way. We made some moves in the offseason just through the league. We had an expansion draft, allocation draft, and obviously our college draft. Again, looked like I was going to have a more veteran team that had some speed, some power, a little bit of everything. And like anything, life throws you curveballs. So instead of a veteran team, I have probably the youngest team in the league. I think we have 6, 7 rookies right now when I was supposed to have 2. So we've had a mix of different things. Obviously, one of our star players announced she was pregnant before season started. So she opted not to play this season. And then just with some injuries and other things, we've had to navigate the roster. And so have a very young roster, but we have some speed. We have some consistency at the plate, a little bit of power. So it's been fun to see. I was really confident in our bullpen or our pitching staff, and I still am. They just haven't hit stride yet. So we're hoping, being in one place for a couple of weeks, they can get comfortable, get enough of what they need and start to hit stride, because we've played some really good softball games. Just unfortunately don't have the dubs to show for it yet.
Yeah. Kat, does that mean when you have a young team that you can coach them like a college team, or do you still have to go toward the pro mentality? Hey guys, we're professionals and this is the way we got to operate. What strategy do you use?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Obviously they're coming off of having, the college setting, being kind of told what to do. We don't tell them everything, where to be. Like, they have some flexibility, your time range to get to the park is from here to here. What do you need? We need to make sure that we do that. But in the practice realm, yeah, Coach Woodard is getting after them like she does with her college team. But it's also introducing them to what it means to be a pro, which is, we're not going to hold your hand and say, hey, you have to go to the training room if you're sore. Like, you need to take care of business and go do what you need to do. And when there's a pregame meal, you show up and eat it when you feel like it's time for you to get there. You don't have to get there at the first minute that it says players arrive. And so there's a lot that we're working on them with, but the coaching factor, yeah, you obviously can continue to roll with kind of a college setting, so to speak, for a bit, and then the grind of season gets to be a lot, and we have to pull back just a little bit, and you start to do the feel good practices here and there, as opposed to the hard, everyone's learning. We know cuts and relays and bunt defense by now.
You should at this point, right?
What style do you prefer? Would you want a pitching laden team? Do you want a team that's a hitting team? You got a bunch of star hitters, or do you like to play the small ball, play the field, and try to get people on base and bunt and dink and dunk? Like, what is your preferred style?
I think it's a combination. Our game is moving towards more of the power. You saw this year in NCAA that more home runs were hit in a single season than ever before, and it blew it out of the water, I think. And so I would like a strong pitching core at best, and then offensively, we tried to put together a little bit of everything. Sorry, someone woke up. So
yeah, I got you. I got you.
The morning snacks over here. We have a little bit of it. We have some power, but it's more of, you'll see a little bit of small ball because we have speed and we allow those players the freedom to decide how they're going to get on base. But are we playing station to station, kind of like we learned growing up? No, we're going to let probably a little bit less sack bunts and more just being able to, let the kids hit freely, run a little bit. I think that's been the fun part, is watching us run bases.
So let me ask you this, because we're talking to lifetime Longhorn and legend, Kat Osterman. She's the general manager of the Texas Volts that will be playing at the Dale Diamond starting tonight, 6 o'clock, first pitch. Make sure you get out there. And they will play Friday night at 6, and then they will play Saturday at 7. So you got 3 times to get out there and check them out. First game tonight, if you can't make it out, will be on ESPN2, so you'll be able to watch them as well. But Kat, I wanted to ask you this because you got a chance to get Najee Kennedy on your team. You got Leanne Good from the University of Texas. You've got some stars around there, and now it's that meshing part, right? You got to get everybody to understand their roles, the positions, what is needed of that. What have you learned about your team early in the season? I know it's real early, but what have you seen from them so far?
Well, I think, they're all enjoying playing. And as I mentioned, those are the 2 we drafted, and then we had to pick up a handful of other rookies. And they all kind of, I think, feel like they're all in this together for the first time. And so they have a little bit of an excitement and a joy and just a gratefulness to be here because they had opportunities that they weren't sure they were getting after the golden tickets were handed out. But at the same time, my veterans have welcomed them with open arms. And so it's been fun to see because, Leanne and Nyjah were obviously the last 2 pieces to join us and missed, spring training to where we really did some team bonding and whatnot. So it's been fun to watch them kind of embrace those 2, and those 2 start to get in the fold and realize, they have a voice. They can come in and ask questions. They can come in and share what they did at their university and what works for them. And, we'll all try to put everything in a melting pot and make sure everyone's getting what they need. But, the other piece is these young ones they're the new stars and the new faces of the game. And so it's fun to bring them in. I think nobody is going to be shocked when Leanne Good gets a lot of cheers here being, 20 minutes from McCombs Field. And Nyjah has done great things for our sport. And so many people, not just here in Texas, but across the country, know who she is, what she was able to do. And, we're hoping maybe we can get some Red Raiders to make that lovely drive down to Round Rock. But excited to see, how both of them carry the torch here, especially with us being home here in Texas.
Yeah, speaking of being home, the Round Rock Express opened the field to you, and that's your home, and this has been great. I've been watching. What do you think is the biggest thing about the growth of the sport nowadays? Because you're going to be on ESPN, you're going to be on ESPN2, you're going to be on MLB Network channel. You have done so much with this sport, and it's starting to get bigger and bigger, and professional softball is growing.
Yeah, I think the big thing now is people know we exist. I played for almost 10 years in a league that every time someone's like, man, softball needs a pro league. And I'm like, it's what I go do every summer.
Yeah, I was part of USSSA, baby. I know what it's about.
But, I think especially with social media now, I mean, obviously it wasn't as prevalent back then. It makes it easy to market before you ever get on TV. And I think our content team and our social media group do a great job of putting out great content, but also grabbing people's attention and allowing people to know exactly what's going on almost at all times. And so that's been really cool to see, because I think that is where people start to understand who's on what team. And then because we are on we have the ESPN contract, CBS Sports, and as you mentioned, the partnership with MLB. Those are the 3 key things that have really allowed us to just take off young. But what a time to be playing women's sports, because everything's on the rise and all eyes are turning to a different sport every single year. I think this league is doing it the right way, trying to make sure that we continue to reach all fans in different capacities. And I think this is it. So we're excited to be part of it. And I'm excited to have brought it here to home to Central Texas, because Central Texas has never not loved softball.
Thank you, Kat.
That's what I was just about to say. So
awesome.
Last year we talked to you about this. The crowds were outstanding at Round Rock. I expect the same big crowd starting tonight. What do you want the people to do?
Come out and support. If you can't come out and support, turn that TV on to ESPN2. Even if it's in the background, turn it on, get the ratings, record it. But if you love softball in any capacity, turn it on, watch, tune in. Allow us to keep growing. But if you're here in Central Texas, come see the best of the best play. We have the Talons, who are the reigning champions in town, to open up our home opener here. but we're here for a couple weeks. I think that's the fun part of being with, the Express and at Dell Diamond is we'll mirror the minor league team. So if you love bat and ball sport, there's going to be something playing every month or every day from the start of June to the end of July. And we're going to be here for about a little less than 2 weeks, and super excited to just see people come to the stands, make those signs, bring your girls, bring your boys, bring them all, come have some fun, because it's a great atmosphere.
I talked to Chris Amadeus yesterday. He is ready. He's excited. The Round Rock Express do a great job of making sure that everybody is entertained, and I'm sure that the Texas Volts are excited about it as well. Tonight at the Dell Diamond, 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, and Saturday at 7 p.m. As always, Kat, we appreciate you, and I might see you at the ballpark tonight or tomorrow.
All right, come on out.
All right, there she is, Kat Osterman, the general manager of the Texas Volts. They are back in town. The season is underway. You get to go see Najee Kennedy from Texas Tech, and, of course, you get to see Leanne Good, second baseman from the University of Texas. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man giving you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Slow going this morning on Highway 45 westbound due to a crash around La Frontera Boulevard. This is really causing some delays for drivers making that change from I-35 over to Highway 45. There's also a wreck on Loop 360 southbound at Mopac, and an accident blocks off the left turn lane on the service road of I-35 northbound at Stastny. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz and Lorenz, personal injury attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz and Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz and Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Nate Bargatze. It's a lot to have two dogs because you got to open the back door and let two dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Moody Center. Saturday, June 20th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
Experience music performances by major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history.
It's more than just fireworks.
Join this landmark celebration and get your America's Block Party tickets now for $17.76 at america250.org/LA.
Do you use AI? Do your neighbors or colleagues? New Microsoft findings show how AI use is spreading across the U.S., highlighting where adoption is highest at both the state and county level. Microsoft President and Vice Chair Brad Smith has more.
Over 30% of working-age Americans are using AI, but while the U.S. leads in innovation, it ranks just 21st in global adoption, due in part to uneven use across the country.
The report highlights widening urban-rural gaps, but college towns like Williamsburg, Virginia, and Story, Iowa stand out, showing some of the highest AI usage rates globally.
As demand grows, AI will become a foundational technology on par with the internet. It'll reshape how people learn and work. Closing the AI adoption gap will be key to ensuring its economic benefits are shared more broadly.
View the report and see how your state compares at aka.ms/USAI diffusion.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, an extreme heat warning for your Thursday with a heat index in the triple digits. Partly cloudy, a high of 98. Mainly cloudy tonight, a low of 77. Friday, a chance of scattered thunderstorms, a high of 88.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
The biggest FIFA World Cup ever has started.
The most goals the United States have ever scored in a World Cup game.
The only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
First career World Cup hat trick.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern against Australia.
The world is listening. Are you?
This World Soccer Report is sponsored by MyPlates.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Congo made news at the World Cup yesterday, managing a 1-1 draw against Portugal. Yohan Wissa made history, earning Congo's first ever World Cup point.
That's interesting. Wissa! We have history in Houston.
Action today includes Canada against Qatar and Mexico versus South Korea. The U.S. back at it tomorrow against Australia.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world's biggest soccer celebration is here. Show your team spirit beyond game day with a MyPlates personalized plate. Choose your message, your style, and your colors. Create yours today at MyPlates.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You heard the beat drop. You know what that means. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge?
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man, Marcus and Cole. Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They're all on me. Well, guys, another edition of the World's Strongest Take, and it's going to be about football. Normally, it will be Cowboys, but today, not so much. Cleveland Cavaliers. Recently, we had some departure of greatness with Myles Garrett leaving Cleveland and going to the Rams. Right now, they're in a heated battle at the quarterback position. Hardge and I were fans of what Shadur Sanders did last season and thought that they crowned him. Just crown him. Make him the starter. Not so fast. Deshaun Jackson is still there. He's playing well, coming off injury, coming off the fact that he had some issues. It's a really good competition. Now, I'm not going to go into third and fourth where they have Gabriel as well as the rookie that came out of Arkansas, who has also been playing pretty well. Different style of quarterback, but still playing well nonetheless. Shadur Sanders right now is ahead of Deshaun Watson. But we both know, Hardge, Marcus, and Cole, that money always going to play a factor. They're paying Deshaun Watson an obscene, illegal amount of money. They need to get him reps. They need to get him, at least if he does not pan out, let people see enough film to say, well, if we can make a trade for him for 1 year for that. My take is this. If you're the best at training camp, and you have all those eyes on you in the locker room, they know who the guy is. You have to put that guy in the spot, or it's going to be, it's going to divide the locker room. I say let Sanders start, put the feelers out there, and maybe you have to eat some of the money. But you need to trade Deshaun Watson.
Cleveland!
If he does not earn and win that position, you got to say, look, we'll pay $15 million of that deal. What say you? Eat the money.
Well, I mean, these guys have been eating money for a while because of the fact that he hadn't been able to play. He's been suspended. He's had all kinds of other things. He tore his knee up, then he tore his Achilles. I mean, it's just this dude has been going through a lot of stuff. I don't think Deshaun Watson will ever be the Deshaun Watson that we saw when he was in Houston. I don't think he could ever get back to that. Because you have so much money invested in him, you got to give him a shot at it, though. You have to let him go ahead and play out. Now, Shedeur was at the 4 position the last time, and he worked his way up. Now he's at the 2, or he's at the 1 position for right now, and Deshaun is obviously trying to work his way back into the everyday role. Do you try to trade him? Absolutely. People are looking at that contract, and when it came out, they were laughing at him. They were laughing at the owner about the contract because all the money was guaranteed. You played yourself when you did that. But is there an opportunity for a team that will be looking for a quarterback like Deshaun Watson? I don't know if there will be. I don't think there can be. I don't think anybody is looking at Deshaun until he gets game reps or playing. Nobody's ever going to believe that Deshaun Watson is getting back to that Houston Deshaun Watson. And is the money worth it for you and your organization? Because if that was the case, Arizona Cardinals would have went out and got a Deshaun Watson to replace a Kyler Murray, because the money situation probably would have been a little bit closer together, but nobody wanted to do that. Deshaun is not a person that is a high priority. The other question is, now that Brendan Sorsby is going into the supplemental draft, do you want to have Deshaun Watson, or do you want to go after Sorsby, who's going to be at a lower price, and there's not a lot of money tied up, but the kid is talented? So there's a lot that is out there. But as for Cleveland, if you think you're going to be able to trade Deshaun Watson, people have to see Deshaun Watson play.
That's why they're playing him.
You got to. And that paycheck is pretty big.
Yeah, but to unload him,
hey,
y'all gonna have to give me at least take off 30% of this.
Yeah, I need some relief from the relief. Yeah,
please.
I need some relief from the relief. When we come back, great stuff by our guy Mark Henry. When we come back, Jameis Winston is making his rounds. He hung out with some fans from another country, and you do not want to miss.
Oh, my God.
Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, baseball fans. Catch the Round Rock Express right here on 1300 The Zone. All the action and excitement from the ballpark. Don't miss a pitch. It's Round Rock Express Baseball, only on 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's about a 10-minute slowdown this morning being caused by a crash that blocks off 2 right lanes on the 130 toll road southbound at Cameron Road. Over on Loop 360 southbound, cleanup continues for a crash at Mopac. And rush hour speeds over on I-35 northbound, adding 10 minutes to the commute from the 45 southeast toll up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
This is the truck deal you've been waiting for, and Covert Chevy in Hutto is making it happen. 0% financing for 5 years on every 2026 Silverado 1500, and you won't make the first payment for 90 days. We're talking hundreds of options to choose from, with more rolling in every single day. Don't pay monthly interest on your old truck or car when you can save right now. 0% deals like this don't stick around, so come and see us at Highway 79 or head to coverthutto.com. Covert Chevy Hutto. Together, let's drive. For qualified buyers, see dealer for details.
Since 1936, Shipley Donuts has been a Texas tradition, and now Dripping Springs wakes up with them. Start your mornings right with fresh baked donuts, soft warm kolaches, and hot coffee made fresh daily at Shipley Donuts, located at 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They're open bright and early at 5 a.m. because at Shipley's, donuts don't just taste good, they make people happy. Skip the line and order ahead at shipleydonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy.
This summer's must-have accessory, it's the Simon Plus Rewards program, where you can access exclusive offers for shopping, dining, and having fun at Simon malls, mills, and premium outlets. Plus, you can get points and rewards for shopping at shopsimon.com too. It's free to join, and there are even more exciting perks to enjoy every time you shop. Sign up at simonplus.com today and get ready to summer in style. Rewards program terms apply. See simonplus.com for details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
50 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Finer Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout. Cheers to savings.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Good things come in fours. Like ukulele strings, boy band members, and PayPal Pay in 4. No fees, no interest, no impact on your credit score. Just the flexibility to pay the way that works for you. Strum it, hum it, pay it in 4. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
I thought those were good for me.
What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Great show we had today. Eric Henry of Horns 247 talking all things Texas football, the wide receiver group. Chance to wrap up the baseball season with Coach Jim Schlossnagle. And we talked to lifetime Longhorn legend Pat Osterman about the Texas Bolts playing at the Dale Diamond tonight versus the Talons of Utah. Get out to the ballpark. They're going to be here for a while, but make sure you get out there as soon as you can. As you know, the World Cup is so exciting. A lot of fun, a lot of superstars out there, a lot of matches where people are losing their mind. But I'm losing my mind because of our guy, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is the correspondent for Fox right now as Fox hosts the World Cup, FS1, FS2, and, of course, Fox. And Jameis has spent some time with the Dutch, and now he spent some time with the Croatians.
I'm Jameis Winston, and I'm your Fox Sports FIFA World Cup correspondent. Guess what? We outside of Jerry World, and I got a little itch to my name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be rubbing my shoulders, and I'm going to be looking for all the itches, baby. We about to have some fun, and we about to turn up looking for our Croatian fans. I was looking for one of my OGs to confirm that now I am an itch. My name is Jameis Snitch Winstonich.
Yes,
What's your last name? Skarnovic. A W itch. Let me scratch that itch. Let me scratch that itch. Yes.
It's the greatest city in the world.
I just don't understand how you cannot love Jameis Winston.
I think he's so silly.
He's perfect. He is an ordained minister.
I know.
You have got to love some Jameis Winston. The fact that he accepts everyone, he talks to everybody. He was walking around with a goat the other day and calling him messy. He was walking with a goat and calling it messy. And then Messi goes out and has the hat trick. Like, it's unbelievable the things that he is doing. But for me, the most fun that I'm having is watching the fans in the stands go crazy for their team. Ghana scored a goal in the World Cup for the first time ever that they have participated. Cape Verde.
The dancing just was unmatched.
They tied Spain, and people were losing their mind because that was not supposed to happen. You're getting to see some stars be born, and then you get to actually see the stars do their thing. This has been so much fun for me watching all of this. And the other part of it is we talked about Boston and how they drank up everything. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said, Mike, that was good when you said Mark, the Boston Tea Party out there, because he was talking about putting all the alcohol in the boat out there. But the other part of it is, too, when you start to watch these people embrace the cultures, the food, the beers, the activities. There's somebody driving across the state. What's his name? Freddie? He's driving. He got offered a flight. He's like, no, I'm going to drive through Texas to Oklahoma and back because I want to see what everything's about. You see these people go into Buc-ee's. You see these people go out to the bars. Texas Live, if you've ever been to Texas Live, and I've been there multiple times, it is one of the largest party areas you could ever be a part of. They had that place packed. Like, I don't even know if I don't think people are truly understanding that when countries come, they're bringing the entire country with them. You look at NRG, you look at Jerry World, you look at SoFi, the USA team plays tomorrow.
So good
afternoon.
for the economy.
Oh my gosh. It's
booming.
Gosh. Like, we talk about our favorite sports, but the international world biggest sport is soccer, football. And so that's what people look at.
With a U.
With a football. And to me, that is what it's all about. That's the true essence of believing in your country. You think those people from Ghana and Congo, do you think that they were thinking they're going to win?
No, they came over here to have a good time.
That's why when you look at what Cape Verde did, that was a win. For them to tie, that was a huge win. So I'm embracing all of this. I watch every single match. As we talked about before, my family is a soccer family, so we're all engaged into it. But it's even more so now because the little guy is playing like a big guy, and that is what you look for.
Hardge, I'm blown away at the fact that, we take for granted sometimes. We drive. We stop at Buc-ee's. We go to a mall. We go to a what do you call it? The Tanger outlet malls. Like other people don't get to see that every day.
Right.
You know, like and even getting in a rental car. So when we drive through Europe, it's windy roads, hills and valleys. You don't have like wide open highways other than maybe going to Germany and you got the Autobahn, big freeways like that.
Yeah.
But it's windy, man, up and down hills. Like it's refreshing to be able to get on the highway and drive 150, 200 miles and you don't have to make a turn.
Right. Right.
So I can understand why the European and worldwide fans are having a good time in America.
They are having an absolute blast. Just so everyone know, programming note, we will not be on the air tomorrow. We are off. We will be back on Monday. No Craig Way show tomorrow either. I'm sure Craig is going to tell you that. So it will be regular programming or Fox programming here, but we are excited about the World Cup. We're excited about football. Baseball is going on. Oklahoma will be playing for the national championship the championship.
Boo.
Hey, man. Sometimes you got to let it be what it is, man. Hey.
Cole's got an OU shirt on over there.
That's Dripping Springs, dog.
It looked like OU.
You probably got an OU shirt for sure.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Really, Mark?
I don't. No, I don't. I have a 92, a black shirt that has 92 on it.
Where does your son play?
He plays at Oklahoma. I will never wear crimson and cream.
Nobody said it had to be crimson. It don't have to be crimson.
I have a black shirt.
Okay.
That has number 92 in white letters. There is no OU on the shirt.
Oh.
It's got Henry on the top.
Oh, you don't want nobody to get it confused?
No, I don't want nobody to get it confused. You better know. I love my kid. I'm not wearing no OU stuff. No, don't ask me to do it.
That's my dog. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, for Cole, for Eric Henry of Horns 247, for Coach Jim Schlossnagle of Texas Baseball, and for the legend, Kat Osterman, I am Hardball Hardge. Stay locked in all day long. You got Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, Craig Way, Bucky and BK, and Round Rock Express Baseball. So stay tuned in. We are off tomorrow, but we will definitely be ready to go on Monday. So stay locked in all day long and get back over to our podcast page if you missed any parts of our show. I'm Hardball Hardge, and just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard